Looking to throw right away. Pickett. This is caught. It's Boyd. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
That's a good start to the ball game. Maybe a little bit of a tone setter offensively. They come out throwing right away, and it's an early completion and a quick first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On the handoff, Abanikanda. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. The Steelers at 7-8 now on the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
2nd down and 8. Here's Pickett. Flushed out right. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot him.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Now here's a pass on 1st down. It's knocked away and incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. And he's caught downfield. It's Waller. And they work this out past the 25. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
They'll run for the 1st time with Saquon Barkley. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
On 3rd down, Barkley. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. On the return, here's Agnew. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here. 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. as the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense.
Now he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Down the sideline he goes. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Well, he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Trying with Pickett here on third down. Got an open man, it's Pickens. Room here to run. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yards.
Taking it right down Broadway. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Israel Abanikanda with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The last series for them a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Halted in his tracks by Keanu Benton.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. On the run, here's Anthony McFarland. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Now a timeout called for by the offense. So as they talk it over, we step aside. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Okay,
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Get set quick, all right? We're going on the alpha.
They go play action here on first down. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Marco Wilson. And the Steelers will take over possession here up at the 44. They were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they picked that one off.
66 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. Abanikanda on 1st and 10. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
2nd down, here's Pickett. Now a short pass pulled in by Washington. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Darnell Washington with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. And he finally runs out of gas, but not before he's inside the 10-yard line.
Similar to golf, great effort to keep him out of the end zone, but a big-time return.
So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Barkley is into the end zone. Touchdown, Giants. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front. Offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's caught inside the 5. And he's in for 2. The fake works. And they take the lead.
Someone really wanted to be in the lead here because that's a heck of a gamble, isn't it? You're down 1, you kick it, you got a tie ball game. Instead, they fake it. And I keep coming back to this every time I see it. Remember, if you're faking an extra point now, the ball snapped at the 15-yard line.
Yeah, you're giving up 13 yards as opposed to just lining up at the 2 and saying you're going to go for 2.
You're running a big play, lots of yardage for 1 extra point. That's a heck of a gamble, but it paid off in this case.
Let's go.
Pickett leads his Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at the 41-yard line. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. The give now to Abanikanda. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Working out of the gun, it's Pickett. To the right side and complete to Washington. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run because we envision them in offenses. Catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Partner, they weren't quite in the red zone, but things are starting to get condensed on the field. Throwing the corner route there. Really nice play because it gives them a little bit of room to complete it.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Israel Abanikanda with a 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers have regained the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Jones. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Alex Highsmith making the nice play and getting the sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. On the option left, it's Jones. There may be shades of the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drops him behind the line again. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
At the 45-yard line.
Pickett now on 1st down. Flush to his right. And that one complete downfield to Johnson. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 25 yards that time.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
1st and 10, here's Pickett. That's caught. This is a Banner-Campbell. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Pickett now from the gun here. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Dialing up another pass here. Pickett dancing to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Boy, that was lockdown coverage there. He's scanning for someone to come open. But that was great work to blanket everyone. And in the end, he's just got to throw it away.
Pickett now, 3rd and goal. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And his kick is good. And that will make this a 9-point lead. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. A running play there, going to get 11 as they get a quick 1st down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll go to Barkley again. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters, they had 2 costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it would be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long, and you know this is the time of game where these drives really start to matter. They got to make some moves.
They're going option play on 3rd down. A handoff to Barkley on the option. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now. Here's Jamie Gillandale, standing just outside his own goal line. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Agnew now to return. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. 2nd and 9. Abanikanda once again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Now Pickett. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Washington. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game.
And they get Jones for the third time in this ball game. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
And from the gun, here's Abanikanda. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And in for the Steelers touchdown. Darnell Washington. Beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Steelers take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. They'll try and run it here. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And no